Hey, what's up? It's Mark, and you've determined you got leaky gut at this point. Guess what? We all do, just to varying degrees. So what are you going to do about it if you decided, yeah, I got leaky gut, and I want to see how I feel when I start doing the right things? Here's where you got to start. We have to get to the point where we start removing the problem foods inside of our diet. The things that you're eating are likely driving your belly insane. And if you stop eating those things, your body will naturally calm down on its own. What are these things? Highly processed foods, gluten, corn, sugar, unhealthy oils, these ultra high processed foods that are just kind of synonymous with our lifestyle right now. These things are driving you crazy. So switching you back over to even like a whole foods kind of diet will be very, very helpful for you to kind of get on track to feel better. And at the link down below, you'll see there's a beautiful diet and over a 4-week program laid out for you that will kind of walk you through that step by step, week by week, to show you what to eat to get rid of that crap in your diet and bring in these gut healing foods to your routine. The second thing you might want to do is look at fixing the problems that happen inside of your belly because you've been eating this crap for so long. And here's what I mean by that. There's 3 different supports that I recommend for most people starting to get rid of their leaky gut. Number 1 is you have to fix the bacteria that live inside of your belly. So as you've had this issue for years, the bacteria between friendly and unfriendly, they're usually on a nice balanced teeter-totter. Well, they've done this. They've actually switched. The unwanted guys are too high and the wanted guys are too low. That's why you're bloated and gassed and have an indigestion and brain fog and fatigue. And the list goes on with the symptoms that we just already recognized that are kind of lined up with leaky gut. So we have to rebalance that microbiome. And what you need to do with that is you need to actually kill those unwanted overgrown bacteria living inside of your belly. They have to go down. So a product like berberine would be wonderful for you to do that, to get started with, to kind of get you on track for that. Again, there'll be a link down below for all this stuff. The second thing we want to do here is work on the digestive capacity of your body. So many times what we find is people get bloated and gassed and indigestion, have unbalanced bowel movements because they're not fully and properly digesting their food. And this happens with leaky gut as well, because the enzymes that live inside of your belly are supposed to be super concentrated in these areas of your intestine to kind of facilitate breakdown of your food and digestion and all those wonderful things. And if the belly's broken, it doesn't have enough time to do that. So a very important step would be adding a nice, beautiful digestive enzyme, one that helps you break apart fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, whereas most digestive enzymes just focus on breaking down carbohydrates. They're not your only problem. So taking an enzyme that's more broader in its approach, much better. Something like digestymes, beautiful. And the last part, we need to work on the barrier layer between your intestine and your bloodstream. This is where the actual holes are inside the leaky gut aspect. We need to fix those potholes. If you imagine that like driving down the road, a road filled with potholes, it's very convenient when someone comes by, you drive on it the next time and the potholes have been filled. It's a pain in the butt while you're filling them, I get it, but at the end of the day, the analogy works because we need to kind of put the right things back inside of our body to fill in those gaps inside of our intestinal membranes to make sure we don't keep having leaky gut. And this comes in the form of L-glutamine. L-glutamine is a wonderful amino acid that's a fuel source for the intestinal cells called enterocytes. They love L-glutamine. It actually helps create like a little bit of that more like contact cement, if you want to think about that, to kind of plug that hole and that gap inside the microbiome, the intestinal layer, and help you kind of make sure that your intestine doesn't have these potholes in it anymore. So if we do that the proper way, we leave you in 4 weeks' time feeling completely different. We've eliminated the problem foods, we've supported the digestion, we've brought in more foods to feed the microbiome the healthy things are looking for, we've gotten rid of the unwanted bacteria causing this major trauma in your body, and we've sealed up the gut membrane to the point where you actually now feel better. That's a beautiful way to start, and you could do that in as short as 4 to 6 weeks. So if you're interested in that, I laid everything out for you. I can't make it any more simple. The 2 links are down below. One link is going to be to the product that's going to be the dietary guidelines you want to follow for your leaky gut protocol. It's right down below. Just click on the link and buy it and you're done. The second is going to be a link to the supplement support bundle. There'll be links in there you can use and take advantage of that because those supplements turn the needle so fast inside of your routine. And yes, you can certainly feel better in as short as 4 to 6 weeks time by doing the right things now. Have a wonderful afternoon. See you soon.